Gold sponsor, Alpha Group. Silver sponsor, Transfer Easy, as well as our partner, IE Money. We also have some special sponsors I'd like to name all of them for their support for the event. They are Shenzhen Diamond Packaging Corporation Limited, GC Group Limited, New Future New Zealand, Dream Home Construction Group, Chongqing Youngstar Industrial Corporation Limited, NCTV Asia Pacific News Corporation, Chapman Tripp, Tahiti Estate, GMP, and Great Wall Security. Without further ado, I'd like to welcome on the stage our lovely friend O'Sullivan, who's been with us early on today to host the first session. She's the Managing Director of NZINC. She's also a leading business commentator. I'd like to invite her up on the stage, and I'll be interpreting for those who need translation later on. So let's welcome Fran together, please.
Thank you, Monica. Hasn't she been a splendid MC today? Let me welcome tonight honoured guests, Honourable Issam Sharaf, former Prime Minister of Egypt, Dr. Jian Yang, a founder of the Oceania Silk Road Network, and also a National Party MP, Peter Goodfellow, a founder also of the Oceania Silk Road Network and President of the National Party, representatives of the Maori King, and Sir Mark Solomon, get it right. Distinguished guests, dear friends, it's my pleasure to open the closing ceremony for the inaugural next summit, which has been focused on innovation, cooperation and sustainability. On your behalf, I would like to congratulate William Zhao and Oceania Silk Road Network for the success of today's event. We have been inspired by our keynote speakers, and I have to compliment the organisers on the strength of the overseas guests, particularly people like Honourable Li Shaoxing, the former Minister of Foreign Affairs of China, who said today he was on his 10th visit to New Zealand. He has been a very good friend to New Zealand. The opening session and the following sessions on opportunities and challenges for New Zealand in international cooperation, and those looking further at innovation, cooperation and sustainable development, have, I'm sure that we would all agree, thrown up rich areas for future cooperation and revealed significant new opportunities. China, of course, is the biggest player in a whole new international game, where the balance of economic power is shifting to where most of the world's population lives. We, as a tiny number of the world's people, are clearly as well placed as any people on the Belt and Road to make smart choices and the right choices. And we've heard plenty today of what those choices might be. Few countries, in fact, have as much to gain from closer cooperation than New Zealand, and we just have to look at the positive effects from the FTA that we signed in 2008 and the new directions that are now opening towards us. Whatever the next moves will be, the future direction is clear. China is also a huge and growing part of that future. Ladies and gentlemen, let me now introduce the first of four honoured guests to give their quick thoughts, their insights, their challenges and provocations from today's summit before I call on William Zhao to close the formal part of tonight's proceedings. First up, 1Desley Simpson, who is here as the representative of the Auckland Mayor, Phil Goff, but of course, in her own right, 1Desley is also a strong political player in Auckland and a person of great influence. She is the Deputy Chair of the Finance and Performance Committee and also Deputy Chair of Ngāti Whātua Reserve Board on the Auckland Council. Welcome, 1Desley.
Thank you, Fran. Distinguished guests, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, kia ora koutou, ni hao, and good evening. I'm humbled to be here, as Fran said, on behalf of the Mayor and also to represent part of the local government arm of Auckland and Auckland Council. I have worked and travelled the world, but love my city, Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland, and it's one I'm proud to call home with my husband, Peter Goodfellow, and family. Auckland is known to many as New Zealand's international city. It's also known as New Zealand's economic powerhouse, with just under 38% of New Zealand's GDP. Our city is home to 66% of New Zealand's top 200 companies, 31% of all firms, and attracts 41% of foreign direct investment into New Zealand. We are a city with outstanding natural beauty, wedged between two beautiful harbours with an enviable quality of life and a strong, diverse regional economy that offers opportunities to everyone. While some say 1.6 million is small, we are facing unprecedented growth as more Kiwis return home to ply their trade and set up business in our city rather than lay down their roots in the traditional economic capitals of the world. We also have incredible rates of migration as talents from around the world turns to our city to set up a home, create a family and grow the Auckland and New Zealand economy. As an island nation with a strong economy, investment and business partnerships are incredibly important, not just for our city, but for the future of New Zealand. Our businesses recognise the advantage of connecting with all countries, including China, one of the most important and powerful economies of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to see Auckland as a gateway to the innovative and entrepreneurial spirit of our people, and a city that is both willing and able to provide opportunities to invest. A city that encourages the best and brightest to stay in our country, but one that attracts skilled people, entrepreneurs and investments from around the world. We help in Auckland Council by ensuring our business regulations are both progressive and supportive of innovation. I believe our city is well governed and high performing, with continual efforts to make us more efficient and effective. Together with the economic development agencies, we are working to enhance Auckland's global competitiveness by encouraging innovation-based industries and investing heavily in infrastructure to increase exports and accelerate productivity. We have bold plans for infrastructure, fast-tracking as much as investment will allow, light rail and an aggressive public and active transport investment that will see less cars on our roads and more people cycling, walking and taking buses and trains to work. Auckland is open for business. We are a city that looks to the world for greater trade, business and cross-cultural links with our friends across the globe. My door and Auckland's door is almost always open. We welcome any discussions you want to have with us, and thank you very much for your contributions today and in the future. Share, thank you.